Good evening, everyone, and welcome to my podcast. I am Jennifer. My podcast is called Potty Mouth. I'll be bringing you some exciting updates in life, maybe trying to keep you entertained. I really don't know a lot about podcasting, and tonight I don't really know what my topic is going to be about. I was pretty deep into a topic, and then suddenly it looked like that my um, internet connection was lost. I live in a very rural area. Not super rural. Like my closest town is 50,000 people, but um reliable internet is not something that I have at an affordable price. And I'm not about to pay for Starlink or Elon Musk because it has nothing to do with politics. It has to do with the fact that there are thousands of satellites that are circling the earth. And in my mind, I think to myself, that's just going to black out the sun someday. And why do we need all those satellites up there? But that's a topic for another day, I think. So I'm just going to get right into telling you guys some stuff about myself. I tend to be a little bit on the crazy side. I do cuss a lot, hence the name Potty Mouth for my podcast. I am totally learning about all of this equipment. I'm sure this will make a loud noise, but I'm going to try to move it. I'm learning about all of the equipment. I'm learning about my camera. You may see some shakiness because whenever I'm talking, my arms are on this desk. Apparently, it is shaking the camera because I do not have this camera on. Let me move. Let me move a little bit. I do not. Oh my God. I do not have this camera. Okay, let me move a little bit more. Ugh. I do not have this camera on a tripod right now. Why? Because I have so many items that I have purchased, and the sign was really expensive. I bought it like last December, I think it was. And I really have not used it much because I have been waiting on my daughter to come along and work on this podcast with me, which we did do a couple of episodes, and that was pretty cool. But now she is so wrapped up and busy in her social life that I'm not sure when she's going to come back and work with me. And there is so much that's bubbling up inside of here. I've got to get it out. Like, I just have to talk. So I will be doing some talking. I don't know if I'm going to be doing a lot of politics talking. I might, because honestly, in this household, Fox News is always on. Like, my husband never turns off Fox News. And you can hate me for it if you want to, but I have to stay married to this man because nobody else is going to tolerate my craziness. I turned 50 in February and I thought it was going to be really terrible, but I'm super finding out that it's very liberating. And I think that going through menopause is probably part of that process. And basically, I told my husband, you live with a man now because this is how he acts. He like says what he wants. He does not care how it makes people feel. And he just says what he wants. Oh my God, that's bothering me. It's my new poster. My freaking clutter. Anyway, he he just does what he wants and he doesn't worry about anything. He doesn't think about how that makes people feel. He just it's on his mind. He just says it how he wants to say it. And that's basically how I am now too. And I told him, I said, you're married to yourself now. Because he just stands there and he stares at me like, I can't believe you just said that. Or are you going to apologize? Or are you sure you meant it that way? And I'm like, dude, I meant it that way. Stop breathing in my space. Like, yeah, I know if you stop breathing, you could die. But at this point, stop breathing in my space. Move back. And for God's sake, chew your chips with your mouth closed. How hard is that? Close your lips and chew so other people don't have to hear your chips smacking and crunching. But anyways, turning 50 was a lot of fun. I went to New York City with my daughter, and totally loved the city. I mean, the New Yorkers, they were so nice to us. They were amazing, totally amazing. They all treated us very nice. No one was rude to us. We had one bad little episode on the subway. A guy was totally whacked out on drugs. And, that's happening everywhere. So the next thing I know, this guy, he's like flopping all around. His friend is yelling at him and his pants come down and he is laying on the subway seat with his pants down. And that's really not that big of a deal, right? I mean, I'm a nurse. I don't really care. That's my full-time profession, is being a nurse. And so I've saw more naked bodies than I can ever count. And I made a lot of money from it, right? And I didn't have to have sex with them. So that was great. That's a great way to live your life. But right then and there, I just kept thinking to myself, please, Lord, don't let this guy need CPR, because it's going to clearly be you testing me. And I'm afraid I will fail this assignment. But my prayers were answered and he stayed alive and we got off of the subway. No harm, no foul. I took a little video of it. I had to bring a souvenir back from New York City to show my friends and family, which was really interesting. Everybody just kind of laughed and they thought it was kind of funny. And, there were some jokes about his wiener and things like that. But I had this one friend, she wanted me to send her this video late at night one night. And she said she wanted to show it to her boyfriend. And I was like, I already deleted it. That's kind of weird. But anyways, New York City was amazing. And I turned 50, went with my daughter and my daughter-in-law. It was a great trip. Like, we went to a Broadway play. We saw Hamilton, and the girls and I both agree, if history was taught that way in school, damn, we would have learned a lot. But I I do recognize a lot of Hamilton now. I still listen to the playlist in my car. I listen to that whenever I'm traveling around and stuff. So turning 50 has just set me free. I really, really feel like that turning 50 has set me free. And the invention of ChatGPT. Like, he's my best buddy. I call him my advisor and we talk about everything. And if something happens to me, I really want someone to just delete it so nobody can ever read what I talk to ChatGPT about. But I feel like I'm getting smarter, except for whenever it comes to this podcasting equipment and stuff. Like, I looked really nice today and I had my makeup on and I was really feeling it. My hair was all fixed and I was just like feminine feeling, dressed in pink and all this. And then I came in here and was trying to get some stuff figured out for this podcasting. And the damn thing, it just wouldn't work right. Like, I couldn't get the sound working. It may not be working now for all I know, which would be a real bummer, but hopefully it's working. But I just got angry and then I went for a walk and my makeup got kind of cruddy because it's so humid now. It's, summertime is almost here, except for it's been raining constantly where I live. I'm thankful for the rain though. But the pool is clean. So it's time. Don't come at me about sunshine either. Just don't. We're not even going to talk about sun and skin and all that stuff. I'm a sun worshiper. The sun makes me feel alive and happy. Very, very happy. The sun makes me so happy. I can already think about what I'm going to feel like this winter when there's no sun. Oh, yeah. I think I'm going to go on a Caribbean vacation this winter for sure because it was really hard. Plus, it was hard that my daughter said, "Why are we picking New York City to go to when your birthday's in February?" And honestly, that's just where I wanted to go. I'd always wanted to go to New York City for a very, very long time. Over, oh gosh, 25, 30 years I'd wanted to go to New York City. So we did that. And again, not to repeat myself, but I loved the city and I want to come back. I'm going to go back. I know I am. I've considered doing travel work, like nursing work, because that's what I do. My full time job is being a nurse practitioner. And so I'm like, why don't you travel to New York City? And then my daughter in law could come visit. And I got a really cool nephew. I think he would love it too because he's into fashion. And we live in this little tiny Midwest town of Missouri. People really dog on you a lot for everything that you do. Like just wearing this bright yellow shirt out in public, people might talk about that. If you're not wearing like a MAGA hat and a wife beater, no sleeves on your shirt, belly sticking out, people really, and I mean, besides that, if you wear something nice, like I wore something nice today, I went to the bank because we have nowhere to go. You can go to the casino, but that's a freaking sham. We're getting one of those really cool Gene Simmons things in our area. I guess it's like oh my gosh. This thing says it's trying to connect again. Maybe it stayed connected. I don't know. It's uploading something. It's trying to connect. I don't know what's going on here, but I'll get it figured out, right? Hopefully, I can get at least 15 minutes. Says I'm about 12 minutes in here. But, anyways, back to fashion. I do have a nephew. I think he would love to go to New York City. Then, after that, I went to Las Vegas, which I've been there a few times. That was fun, but I took my daughter to Fremont Street. Guess what? No performers that day. That was a little depressing. So she didn't get to see the freak shows, but we'll go back someday. I didn't take her to the strip either. We were there on business. So we didn't get to do all that stuff. But I am hoping that by putting my videos out here again and having all of you to talk to, because I have so much in here, I want to be creative, and this is going to help me be creative. Oh my gosh. I don't know if it's connected or it's not. I hope it's still recording. It says it's trying to connect. But, anyways, I hope you come along on my journey. We may talk about politics. Like I met a guy in a flea market. He's kind of watches my stuff. And I know he doesn't want to talk about politics, but, you know, I don't know if he wants to hear about everything that I know how to talk about. Like, I am a nurse practitioner. I have a lot of medical stories. I worked in the emergency room. I don't mind sharing some of those. And I invest in some real estate. We can do some real estate talk if everybody wants to, but you really have to be the right person to listen to real estate talking. Like if you want me to talk about flips and the junk that I found inside the flips, that would be fucking fun because we found some interesting stuff inside our flip houses before. We buy them at auction and get them cleaned up. We're working on a property right now. It's not an auction property though. It didn't have anything super cool in it, but I'm working on that. So I'll be documenting some of that on my TikTok page, which is not Potty Mouth. It's a different person on TikTok. But I just find that I'm in this stage of my life where I want to share so much that's inside of me. And I want to, that's my creativity. Like I can't paint, I can't draw, I can barely write my name in cursive. Um, I I just want to share and be open with everyone and to let them know what life can be like in my shoes and in my neck of the woods and help empower some women, I hope, along the way to let them know that your voice is in there and it matters. Whether you're sharing it out with the world on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Lemonade, whatever, every type of app that there is out there that the Chinese nationals are watching and spying on us. That's a joke. That's a whole story for another day, though, with privacy. We have like zero privacy anymore. And so I'm just like, I'm going to start sharing the things that I want to share. And hopefully, along the way, my sound might get better. My looks might get better. My lighting, just a little bit of everything. My camera maybe will get more stable. This is a desk that I have. See how it's a very beautiful desk. I love this office. This is where I feel very alive. And my total number one goal is to get to where I can just maybe work from home. Maybe I can work from home. Maybe I can create stuff. And maybe my cute little daughter will show up and help me along the way because she's uber talented. And, she can pop in and out, I suppose. I'm going to take the driver's seat now and start creating. And welcome to my show. And thank you if you've watched this far. I'm sorry if I keep saying and. I feel like constantly I'm saying and, but I literally have no script. There's no script. I followed zero script. Just whatever came into my brain. And I'm going to just be brave and post my video. And then I will come back to you with something not really scripted, but something that I fucking feel like people might want to listen to that might not be politics. But that's just a lot. Politics is a lot. What can we talk about? I'll do some research and I'll come back to you and we'll get into maybe some worldviews of stuff that we don't feel like is right. Maybe I don't really know. Just middle-aged woman stuff. I doubt it though. That's kind of boring. I'm probably going to be pretty unhinged and unraveled. And this says there's no internet. So possibly it's still recording, but I have no idea. Anyway. How is this still going? Stop.